the art of actually being funny. It may sound simple, but there's actually a whole process and scientific theory behind actually being funny. So, what does it even mean to be funny? What is funny? Well, to be funny overall means to cause laughter or amusement, if I remember the definition correctly. So, how does one do that? The old classic way of doing this was to simply tell a joke and have a punchline at the end of it to get the laughter out of people. For example, what did the ocean say to the other ocean? Nothing. It just waved. Get it? It just waved is your punchline. That's what makes people laugh. Another one. What did you hear about the astronaut that was claustrophobic? He said he needed a little space. But that's your punchline. Again, the way I like to look at this is an iceberg. I'll put a picture right here of an iceberg. And the way I like to think of it is you have your punchline, which is above your iceberg, is what you actually see. And underneath it, what you don't see is the hidden context of what actually makes the joke funny. So let's go back to the wave joke. What did the ocean say to the other ocean? Nothing. It just waved. And then underneath the iceberg, the hidden context is obviously because waving, like ocean waves and waving to another person, they're homophones. They're the same word, but they have different meanings in different contexts. That's what makes the joke funny. Less is more. I don't know if any of you have ever heard less is more, but that's where this is vital. That's where this is super important in jokes and in humor. The less context, the better. What did the astronaut, I'll put it up again right here. What did the astronaut, the claustrophobic astronaut, he just needed a little space on top of the iceberg, right? He just needed a little bit of space. But underneath, the hidden context, what makes this joke funny is because, again, they're homophones. Outer space, astronauts are in outer space, but he said he needed a little bit of space because claustrophobic, you don't like tight areas. So that's what makes it funny. Less is more. What makes a joke funny is both people understanding what you're trying to say, but without actually saying it. That's what humor is. That's what being funny is overall. Puns are another good way to get a cheap laugh out of people, just to be funny. Writing with a dull pencil is pointless. Get it? Because, yeah. Another one that I like to use is, I meant to go looking for my watch, but I couldn't find the time. I meant to work on my procrastination, but I'll do it later. Get it? Again, going back to the iceberg. Let's go back to the iceberg here. Writing with a dull pencil is pointless. That's above the iceberg, but the hidden context is because obviously you can't write if the pencil's not pointy or it's not pointy enough. It has to be sharp, With the watch one, I meant to go looking for my lost watch, but I couldn't find the time because obviously a watch tells you time, and you couldn't find the time and then the watch, and that's the hidden context. That's what makes it funny. I meant to work on my procrastination later, but I'll do it later. Procrastinating is, you see what I'm talking about here. This is the hidden context. This is what makes the joke funny. That's what being funny is. Always remember that, the hidden context. But the way I like to do it, the way that I think is my personal favorite way of being funny, is trolling. It's just saying a bunch of wrong information on purpose just to see what the other person will say. Or an even better scenario, whatever you want to pronounce it, is going along with the trolling, and the whole time no one's talking about the hidden context, but it's there, and we all know about it, but we're not addressing it. For example, I want to say maybe 2 years ago, this Instagram meme page called Grape Juice Boys posted this picture talking about if you're, I'm trying to think what the picture said exactly. If you're a real Nirvana fan, name one other song by them other than All the Small Things, and then it's a picture of them. Now, what's funny about this picture, if you know what's going on here, first off, you're a real one, and I love you. So you passed the vibe check. But now that that's out of the way, what's wrong with this is that Nirvana doesn't have a song called All the Small Things. That's a Blink-182 song. I'm pretty sure everyone has heard that song. All the small it's that song. So that's already one piece of wrong information. And this picture, that's Linkin Park. That's not Nirvana. That's Chester Bennington, Mike Shinoda, Dave, Rob. That's them. So this whole picture is just wrong. But it's a troll picture. That's the whole point of it, just to be stupid. But me being the troll that I am, in the comments I put Boulevard of Broken Dreams, and it got over 1,000 likes. I'm still very proud of that. But the whole joke here, again, is that this is all wrong. Boulevard of Broken Dreams is a song by Green Day, which is even more wrong. So Nirvana doesn't have a song called All the Small Things. That's not Nirvana nor Blink. And there I go, just adding insult to injury by saying Boulevard of Broken Dreams. But that's what it is. It's just trolling. It's just being stupid just to be funny. This is by far my favorite way to go about comedy. To just troll, just to act stupid, to see if the other person will be like, is this guy being serious right now? Or is he just effing with me? I think that's the only way to do it. This shirt, Ross Creations on YouTube. Look him up. This is practically all his videos. It's just trolling, just to see how people will react if he does something out of the ordinary. One of his videos, he goes into a taxidermy's place with his W-2s and 1099s and stuff like that. He says, hey, what can you do for me? And, obviously taxidermies, they don't. But that's the joke. That's what makes it funny. If any of you remember my pepper spraying video from 2 years ago, I still remember. It was January of 2020. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That is top tier, top quality, top content-based lead stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? Making you think I'm going to do one thing, but then do the other thing. That's what I live for. Here are some other examples of that.
Instead of opening your drink like this and making such a mess, try opening it like this.
Why do you think every comedy TV series or TV sitcom or comedy movie tries to have at least one dumb character for that comedic value? Kat from Victorious, Ed from Good Burger, to be funny. That's why. And another thing, you have to get good at telling a story, setting up the scenario, painting the picture in people's head. Because if you're telling the joke all wrong, the delivery is really important too. You have to get good at telling a story. And this could be anything. This could be what you did last weekend. This could be a cataclysmic event that happened in your life. Get good at telling a story. At Charisma, you have to be good at telling a story. You have to have game. You got to know all these things. Man, know your audience. Another joke that I like to use. This only is going to apply to science people. So if you know your audience and you find out someone likes science and all that, you say, oh, I know this joke. What did the scientist say when he dropped his beaker of acid? Oh, sorry, it was an oxidant. But obviously only science people are going to understand that joke. So you have to know your audience. You got to know all this. So that's how you be funny. I love all of you. Thank you.